Hello Sam, thank you for taking the time to talk to me today.
No worries at
Sam
all.
is one of the directors of Shackleton Aviation Group, and he's going to speak with me today and answer a couple of questions about what the group are doing here today.
Certainly.
So first off, how did you get involved with WR963?
So basically, it's probably gone back sort of 2016, 2017. I've been involved with aviation restoration and sort of preservation groups in the past. Starting before I joined up in the Air Force, I was working up at Elvington, up in Yorkshire, and did a lot of work there. Then as I joined up, I started moving around the country and got involved with sort of Buccaneers that were down in Bruntonthorpe. I was involved with the Phantom Aviation Group in its infancy when it started there, and sort of through all the contacts that I'd made through there, Rich, one of the other directors, he spoke to a couple of guys from Elvington who said, right, this guy Sam, might want to sort of get him involved and see what we can do. And sort of through there, I just came along, had a little look around and went, yeah, this is not too bad. Predominantly I used to work with the jet side of things, so coming over to props was new to me. And then yeah, had a look around, loved what I saw, and then just, as with everywhere, started sort of from the bottom, just doing bits and pieces, and then yeah, worked my way up. And
it's a fantastic wealth of experience working with
so
preservation groups.
That's yeah, it's sort of one way of putting it. Yeah.
So that leads me to ask then, so out of all the historical airframes that can potentially be saved, obviously not all of them can, why the Shackleton? Why this particular one?
So this one, out of all of them in the UK, this is probably the closest to a fully flying airworthy version of the Shackleton. We obviously, as you've experienced today, we've done the run. Previous years before COVID, we used to do the taxi runs on the airfield as well. That's something that is going to come back, obviously, when we start to get back on our feet properly after the whole COVID lockdown side of things. And yeah, so from there we were able to then progress on to basically getting it back in the air. And with this being the only running Mark II, or the MR2 stroke AEW2, this is the sort of the best sort of candidate for it, really.
Fantastic. So what does this airframe mean to you on a personal level now you've worked with it?
I think speak to the wife and she'll guarantee and say it's taken over pretty much. Sort of besides being at work and then the odd sort of bits and pieces around the house, this is pretty much the other half of my day. I'll sort of, when I'm not working here, getting my hands dirty, I'll be doing all the admin side or sorting out, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, sorting out sponsorships, anything you can think of. That is my evenings right through until 1-2 o'clock in the morning. So
fantastic.
Yeah,
one hell of a commitment put in there.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah.
What's the next stage of its restoration?
So at the moment we're trying to get back to a continuous running sort of regime as such. The last few months we've been able to run on the third weekend or third Saturday of every month, and that's started to now be a consistent thing, whereas before we'd run for a weekend and for 1 month, and we'd have a couple of months off. So now that we've got back to that sort of regular run, obviously winter kicking in to slow things down a little bit, we'll then push on to get back to taxiing again, and then start picking up more of the little snags that we get with obviously 60, 70-year-olds.
Yeah, of course.
Vintage machines, you're always going to get sort of problems with them.
Yeah, no, I can completely understand that. Like we've experienced today with the with the coolant hose.
Yeah, definitely. That's it.
No problem. So, most importantly for you guys as a preservation group, how much are you going to need to raise to continue your work and keep up that level of commitment to running it?
So, to give you an idea for a run like this, we just on the fuel side of things, we'll put in probably about £600 to £700 worth of fuel, and that's literally just for that. You start bringing in all the lubricants and obviously it's volunteered man hours, but the man hours into that as well. It starts sort of racking up quite a bit. Just to keep running on an average year, we've worked out for the running costs and what have you, it's around about £12,500.
Wow.
But that's not including our insurance costs and all the extra sort of costs that we've got included with, like our cabin, where we've got all of our shop and our archives and what have you set up there. Moving forward into the taxiing and then the flight side of it, that's going to take a lot more inspections and certified maintenance. That's when the bills start sort of racking up quite a bit. Exact figures I couldn't really sort of say off the top of my head.
I think we could guesstimate a lot.
Yeah, a lot of zeros behind it is
Yeah.
a safe bet. But we'll definitely be telling people as it starts to sort of creep forward and further into that stage.
Well, that leads me to ask then the important question: do you think she'll ever fly again?
I'm always hopeful. I'm always positive towards it. We've always said, no matter how much work we put into it, as long as we can get one season, that's us. We can hang a hat up and say, yep, we've accomplished what we started with. However, if we get a second and a third and a fourth, brilliant. We'll keep going until we can't, effectively. But yeah, we never give up hope. We never give up that sort of positive mental attitude of yes, we will get there. Obviously, with COVID the last couple of years, and then other sort of problems we've had sort of within the group with the aircraft, the pending closure of Coventry Airport as well. All those problems, we're just sort of taking them head on and getting over those, and then pushing forward. So we'll get there.
No, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with me and answer the questions.
Been a pleasure.
I'll make sure we get your video out there, get this out there, and then hopefully we can plug a bit more membership and get a bit more support, get some people turning up and coming to see this fantastic machine doing its thing.
It'd be a pleasure to see everyone.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you.